Today on Karamo, she found text messages.
She said, was it good?
And now this young mother thinks her best friend has been having an affair with her man.
Because I don't want him to leave me. I don't want to leave him.
Is Alicia's best friend cheating with her man?
Ain't nothing going on between me and Sequoia.
We went through calls, texts, apps.
3 phones will be unlocked.
That's very suspicious.
What has her best friend been secretly doing with her man?
After hearing this, do you trust your friend?
Don't miss what happens after the truth is unlocked.
Let's have a moment. Let's
Yeah.
be real with this.
All right, welcome to the show, everyone. Today we have a whole lot of drama, and we are unlocking everyone's phone. My guest, Aleacia, admits that she and her boyfriend, Sheffer, have had their share of struggles in the past. But after the birth of their son, she believed that things had finally turned around until a month ago. Aleacia says she started noticing her boyfriend and her bestie acting like they were the ones in a relationship. And she believes they had been hooking up behind her back. And that's exactly why she wants me to unlock their phones, to see if the 2 people she cares about the most are committing the ultimate betrayal. So please help me welcome Aleacia to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good.
May I have a hug? First of all, come on, sunshine, walking out here looking like a beautiful, all right? So thank you for being here. Tell me, what is making you suspect your boyfriend and your best friend?
Well, they have been joking around and like acting all flirty and stuff. And I noticed that like when I walk out the room and I come back, they're all giggly, keying, and I'm like, oh, what? Like, what's so funny? I want to know what's funny too. I wanna
Yeah, let
laugh.
me in on the joke.
Right. But
Yeah.
I just suspected, so I went through his phone and I seen some messages between them, and I'm
Oh, you
like,
trying to take my job? You going through phones? Okay. So did you find any proof?
I just found like they're just very flirty, asking if they can hang out, and then one time she said, "Was it good? Like, was what good?"
That
Like,
was one of the messages.
Yes.
So when you saw that, did you confront them and what did they say?
I went up to my boyfriend first. I was like, what is this? Why are you texting her like this? And he's like, it's nothing. I would never do you like that. Like, and they
Yeah.
just both denied it.
Ooh, the layers on layers. I got to go back a little bit. How long have you and your boyfriend been together?
4 years?
4 years, and now you're seeing this behavior. Has he ever cheated before in the past?
Yes. I walked in on him at my parents' house with another girl in my bed.
But
What?
I always have to ask this question sincerely. Why stay after that then? Why do you stay?
I don't know. I love him. And
Now you 2 have a 1-year-old child together, right?
yes.
Did things change after the baby?
They did for a little bit.
Oh, that's a cute baby. Okay, now.
Thank you.
Yes.
It did for a little bit, and then I was with the baby by myself for the first 6 weeks. He said we need bonding time, so he went to his parents' house, and it was very hard.
Hold on. During the first 6 weeks,
Yes.
he decided to leave you?
He said that I need bonding time with my son, so he went to his parents' house so me and our son can be together
Did
and do
he not
bonding.
think that he needed bonding time with his child as well?
He said the mother and the son should have the first 6 weeks together.
Okay, so now I'm no doctor, but I work very closely with doctors many times. I've never heard them say that only mother and child need to bond for the first 6 weeks. I've never heard that. Where did he get that information from?
I don't know.
Has it been hard for you to be in this rocky relationship?
Yes, it has.
In what ways?
Just all the arguing and everything. It's just really sad because, like, I want to be happy, which he makes me happy, but there's times where I'm just really sad and just want to leave.
What's bringing up the emotion right now? Because I see it here.
Because I don't want him to leave me. I don't want to leave him because I really do love him.
Yeah. My producer told me there was something about a fire at your house.
Yes, I was on my way to work and I got a phone call from my sister. She's like, the house is on fire. And my mother and my son were in the bed and my son was screaming and crying and hitting her. And she woke up and the bed was on fire.
Oh my
And
God.
so they had to, she got him and got out the house. And by the time they got out the house, the whole house was in flames.
Oh my, how long ago was this?
About 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and we lost everything.
I'm so sorry. I'm very, very sorry. So on top of dealing with this fire, you're also dealing with this tumultuous relationship at this moment right now. How's it also been for you as a new mother? Because you have a 1-year-old.
Yeah, at first, it was really hard. I never wanted kids. I never wanted to be a mother. But when I got pregnant, I understand. I was really, really mean to everybody. I was disrespectful to Chef, and which that kind of probably is some of the reason why we are where we're at today, but it's no excuse. But it's hard. I had postpartum depression for a while. It's hard taking care of a kid by yourself.
Well, hold on, let me back you up when you say that, because I think you just said, like, I was mean, I did all these things, and, you know, whatever. If postpartum affects women in a very serious way, and it has to be acknowledged and supported. You are dealing with not only supporting a child, but also dealing with your emotions being regulated, your mental health at that time, and so you are allowed to have your feelings. You're allowed to have these things, and you should have people in your life who are going to support you. Seriously, I need you to know that.
Yeah.
Have grace with yourself. It's easy for us men on the outside to be like, oh, you tripping, you're acting this way. But, like, we have to check our feelings and be like, no, I need to be there for you. You are going through something. During this time, Sequoia, your best friend, the other person whose phone I'm unlocking, how was she there for you? How was your relationship?
She's the only person I hang out with. She's my best friend. I'm at her house every day.
What would make you think your best friend would do something like this? What would make you suspect her?
Well, she just is very flirtatious, but she is with a lot of men, but she shouldn't be with my man.
Yeah. Is Alicia's best friend
You know what I know.
cheating with her man?
Ain't nothing going on between me and Sequoia.
2 best friends, 1 man,
We went through calls, texts, apps.
and 3 phones unlocked.
That's very suspicious.
What has her best friend been secretly doing with her man?
After hearing this, do you trust your friend? Hold on. During the first 6 weeks,
Yes.
he decided to leave you?
He said that I need bonding time with my son, so they have been acting all flirty and stuff. So I went through his phone and I seen some messages between them. One time she said, "Was it good?" Like, was what good?
Has he ever cheated before in the past?
Yes. I walked in on him at my parents' house with another girl in my bed.
What would make you think your best friend would do something like this?
She just is very flirtatious, but she is with a lot of men, but she shouldn't be with my man.
Yeah. All right, it is time to meet your best friend, Sequoia. So everyone, let's bring Sequoia to the show.
Sequoia, really?
Hi, Sequoia.
My man? You really
Hi.
with my man?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I am your best friend.
Yes, and I love you,
Okay,
but...
and we don't ever have problems like that. He's not my type.
Okay,
You know
just
exactly
because
who
he's
my
not
type
your
is.
type
Bro,
doesn't mean...
No, it does. It does
No,
mean.
it does not mean
Yes, it
anything,
does.
no.
He's not my type. I would never do that to you. I've never done that to anyone, and let alone my best friend.
I would just want to ask you point blank, Sequoia, have you been hooking up with her man?
No.
The answer is no.
I don't believe
No.
that.
I'm sorry. I don't know what
do
to tell
not.
you.
So how do you feel about the fact that she's accusing you then?
It hurts me a lot. Like, her son is my godson,
Yeah.
and I would never do that to you.
Yeah,
or
I know you
Sheffy.
love my son, but I feel like something's going on between y'all two. There has to be something,
Okay.
because the way y'all act around each other, y'all are all kiki-kiing, and when I come around, like, what's funny? I want to know what's funny, too.
Okay, you're included in all the conversations. You can't get mad at me just because we're having a conversation and, like, laughing. That's my personality. I can't help it that I'm an extrovert. I can't help it. What do you want me to do about it?
Has she
Well,
ever
not be
questioned or
flirt-
accused you before in the
No,
past?
no.
Never. How long have y'all been best friends?
For about 4 years, but I've
4
known
years.
him longer. We met in college.
Yeah.
And he's just not my type. It doesn't even matter if
So
what she
but
saw or
there's
anything.
context there. So you're saying that you knew him before her?
Yes.
Okay then. And so y'all had a friendship then?
Yeah.
Was
we
there
wouldn't-
anything that ever happened in the past?
No, we would never really hang out or anything like that. When we saw each other, like in the same friend group, we would speak, but that's about it.
So you've had suspicions about him cheating with other women?
Yes.
Yes, you've caught him. You knew that. You knew this about your
Yes,
friend.
yeah.
So when she says to you, like, I'm having suspicions, if you knew that she's been hurt before in the past, why haven't you just said, you know what, let me take a step back?
Well, because I can't. We see each other every single day. We do absolutely everything together. If I need to go to Target, she's coming.
Yes. Yeah. But I don't mean take a step back from her. Take a step back from him. If you know that she's saying, I've caught him before cheating, I'm feeling insecure right now about my relationship, about what my man is doing, and she's saying, I feel like your interactions are not healthy and making me feel like y'all are doing something,
Yeah.
why haven't you taken a step back from him?
Okay. If we all hang out together, I think that would, if I just didn't really speak to him or include him in on stuff, that would be even more weird and just awkward. Everyone's going to get spoken to. I'm sorry.
You
but
can
that's
say
just how
hi,
it is.
bye. That's it. You don't have to have a
Okay.
spark up a whole conversation
Okay.
with him.
Well, that's
Or be
well, that, well,
flirtatious, how you do.
but okay, let's say that. But what about when we do go out and I have somebody, I'm like talking to them, whatever. I could say the same thing.
but,
Like,
okay,
I mean,
but,
if we
but I
really
wanna
want
ask
to, if we
this.
really, you know what I know. That's not the first time that you've done me dirty. You've
I've
done me
done-
wrong.
Hold on.
And I
done you
could have easily I could easy.
What does she
if
mean
I
by you
wanted
done
him,
her
I
dirty?
could have him.
Have you ever
You can have him.
Yes.
have you
Whoa,
ever been with somebody that she's been dating?
No.
So what do you mean that she did you dirty?
So I'm sure they weren't together, but I was like feeling this dude, and he came over, and they just had their little time. And
With the guy she was feeling?
he knew, which I mean, I like, thank you, because you showed me that he doesn't deserve me or my time, because he already knew. He knew what it was, and I was like,
Did
okay.
she know what it was?
She did.
So you knew what it was with her and this other guy, but yet you still decided to have a relationship?
Is this young mother's man cheating with her best friend?
Ain't nothing going on between me and Sequoia.
Two best friends, one man,
We went through calls, texts, apps.
and 3 phones unlocked.
That's very suspicious.
What has her best friend been secretly doing with her man?
After hearing this, do you trust your friend?
I am your best friend. We don't ever have problems like that. He's not my type. I've never done that to anyone.
I just want to ask you point blank, Sequoia. Have you been hooking up with her man?
No.
I don't believe
No.
that.
If I wanted him, I could have him. I could say the same thing. You've
I've
done me
done-
wrong.
So you knew what it was with her and this other guy, but yet you still decided to have a relationship?
No, it wasn't a relationship.
Well,
It was just sex.
Well,
You grown. It's all right. You can have sex. So you decided to have sex?
yeah.
Even though you knew that your friend was into him?
Yes, he's the one who let it on. And
Oh, but
I
I'd be
just-
wrong. But I'd be wrong. What if your man
y'all
did
weren't
something?
together.
But
Y'all-
either or, I could say the same thing. What if he
And-
did, so it'd be okay?
No.
It's cool when you do it, but
No.
when I do it, it's a problem.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
just trying to understand the context. But to go back to this, why do you continue to text with him though?
Most of
Because
the
I
time,
understand if you're in social interactions, then it's like, okay, we gotta,
Yeah.
but she said she sees texts from you two.
most of the time, it's literally me asking where she is because she's not answering me.
God.
Well, yeah, that is, but
and then-
y'all do text more than that. I've seen
Yeah,
messages.
but it's not anything like that. It's on just normal friend. It's not
do you think
anything
that
serious.
do you think that the two of them should be together?
No, I don't.
Why?
He doesn't seem like a family man, and I feel like you need a man that's going to take care of you and provide for your son.
That's
Regardless, I get that he's your baby's father, but y'all don't need to be together. My parents weren't always together, and I'm perfectly fine.
The minute she said that, because I watched body language, the minute she said y'all need to be together, your eyes welled up.
Because I love him. I don't want to leave him or him leave me. Oh, sorry. I have hard feelings for him. He's the father of my child. So.
All right, it's now time to bring out your boyfriend, Sheffer, to the show. Everyone, welcome Sheffer.
So I want to know the truth about you and Sequoia.
What's going on?
I want to know what's going on with you and Sequoia before we unlock the phone.
Ain't nothing going on between me and Sequoia.
So my producer told me backstage you were getting emotional and that you did not know about this other guy.
Yeah,
that they talked about.
So what's Sequoia talking about?
That I hooked up with the guy. We weren't together.
When though?
I
And
don't
this
know.
is
I
your
don't know.
fault. So Yes.
My fault?
Yes.
What did I do?
What you mean? You know what you be doing, bro? Them flirtatious looks and stuff.
Listen, that's not my fault that I got some pretty eyes. What do you want me to do?
It ain't
Just
rocket
what
do you want
science.
me to-
I know
what?
I'm not dumb.
I don't even
So
have to-
if
you
look at
I don't
somebody-
think that she
anything.
flirts with you?
If she look at me in my eyes, then look down in my genitals, then back me in my eyes, what do you think?
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, what do y'all expect? I ain't a genius, but
Do you feel like that's how you look at him?
I feel like I look at everybody.
You look at
but
everyone's
that-
genitals? Because
no.
he's accusing you of looking at
No,
genitals.
not
Yeah.
like that. No, like, so I just can't look at you.
no, you can look at me.
but why are
keep
you
your eyes
looking
up
at
here.
why
I
are
can
you
do this?
looking at him down there though?
I can't do this?
No,
wrong with that?
not to my man.
Okay.
Sheffer, I gotta ask you point blank, are you hooking up with Sequoia?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. Okay.
Can't do it.
So why does your lady here think that you are?
She says she sends messages and stuff, but I don't believe it. There's nothing going on between us.
So you're saying that she hasn't seen messages?
She has, if she says she has, but I'm saying I don't know what she's
That's
talking
I
weird.
about.
came,
So
I
either-
came up to you.
I don't know
Let
what
me
she's
ask you
talking
again. Has she seen messages?
Yes,
Yes. So you're admitting that there was messages between you.
yes, but it's no flirtatious stuff though.
Okay, what were the messages?
Where was Aleacia? And then I asked her one time what's her bra size, because I ain't know.
Why are you talking to her about a
Okay.
bra?
'Cause I was
We're girls.
You could
surprised.
We're
okay,
girls.
you could
Girl,
ask
you be
me.
all up in my closet.
Okay,
That too.
yeah. But
We're-
I don't wear your bras or anything. He should only ask me about my bra. He shouldn't ask you about it or anything.
But
Sheffer, you told my producers that you feel like Sequoia has started coming on to you recently. What has she done to show you that?
well, it all started after Thanksgiving. We came back from my parents' house. We hung out at Sequoia at her place, but I guess Aleacia was in the back room doing makeup or something, you know. Sequoia come out with this little whip. It has lights on it and stuff. She turns the lights off around the house. It's like, do I look good dancing in this, you know?
Get the answers, and once you have the answers, you can make clearer decisions.
Two best friends, one man,
We went through calls, texts, apps.
and 3 phones unlocked.
That's very suspicious.
What has her best friend been secretly doing with her man?
After hearing this, do you trust your friend?
Don't miss what happens after the truth is unlocked.
Let's have a moment. Let's
Yeah.
be real with this.
You are the five. Get off my stage.
If she look at me in my eyes, then look down in my genitals, then back me in my eyes, what do you think?
Are you hooking up with Sequoia?
No, I'm not.
Has she seen messages?
Yes.
You told my producers that you feel like Sequoia has started coming on to you recently.
I guess Aleacia was in the back room. Sequoia come out with this little whip. It has lights on it and stuff. She turns the lights off around the house. It's like, do I look good dancing in this, you know?
Okay. Yeah, for sure. It's like one of those LED, whips, just for like fun.
Yeah.
There was other people there. It wasn't just me
So
and him.
you were
in front.
just were you asking the other people? if you
Everybody,
looked good,
everybody
or-
on the couch. Everybody was looking at me.
No, she
yeah,
was
I was
you
asking
always
everybody.
at-
She looked me
you-
in my
I was
eyes
asking
and
everybody.
she
Okay,
looked me
but
in
I've
the
heard
regular
you
eyes.
say,
Okay, first of all,
Chef,
it was
do I
dark.
look
It was
good?
dark. It's actually your fault. It's your
Yeah.
fault that she thinks this, because you messed around with one of her friends.
Yes, you have.
That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
actually. She probably don't even think this. It's your fault.
I mean, yeah.
Hold on, you messed around with her friends before in the past?
one of them.
One of them.
So it ain't my fault. Of course,
Got
she
it.
thinks that. Of course, I would think the same.
I can't blame her. We already talked about this, and I apologize to her.
All right, well, I got to back up because I heard a lot about this. I got to figure out this relationship as well right here. Something that alarmed me earlier is that she said that during the first 6 weeks of the birth of your child, that you left. Why did you leave?
She was being a really bad person, being really mean at the time to everybody she was around. And me, I was trying to, talk it out and stuff, but she kept yelling and stuff. And so I was like, I'm just gonna leave you alone because I love you too much to keep trying to argue when you don't want me around you.
Were you aware that she was suffering from postpartum
Yes, sir.
depression?
I talked to her every day on her phone, called her, blow her phone up. I just gotta ignore her most of the time, though.
So then why did you decide to leave and not come back to be there to support her and your child?
I came back a little bit later, but
6 weeks later.
yes, sir.
Why do you go to your parents' house all the time?
I be traveling. They live far away, and I be going back and forth because I be going to school.
You're a full-time student.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sheffer, my producer just told me actually that you're not in school right now. They're saying that you're not in school and that you actually said that you only leave because of when you fight. Is that true?
I don't leave only when I fight, nah.
Okay.
Most of the time you
So, but
leave
you're not in
when-
school right now. So you
I took a
are-
break.
So then why are you traveling?
I just go to my parents' house, clear my mind sometimes.
Because I make him so mad that he just doesn't want to be around me and he leaves.
No, that's not that. It's that when you get mad, you don't want to listen to me. And I sit here and try to talk to you.
And
I literally sit
apparently
here and
get
talk to you.
disrespectful and
You do, you call
I
me out
talk-
my name plenty of times. I'll never cross lines she's has crossed. She's crossed those lines.
Well, what are the lines that you think she's crossed? Because I only heard about lines of you crossing and cheating with some other woman and also her friend. So what are the lines you think she's crossed?
I know for sure she's crossed the line of cheating on me with one of my friends.
You
You
cheated
did
with
it
one of his
first.
friends?
Yeah,
yes,
I
I
ain't
did.
being a
When I
hypocrite.
caught
As you
him in the
should.
bed with my friend, I called up his best friend and went
As she
and
should.
had sex with him.
Ooh.
As
Okay, I need to talk to my audience about this. Anybody have any comments or questions
literally,
on this?
you should. As you should.
All right, what are your thoughts?
So, first of all, I just want to say that you are so beautiful.
Come on,
And
accent.
you can.
I didn't expect that. Okay.
I came all the way from England to tell you right now. You are absolutely stunning. You can get any man ever. And you shouldn't be degrading yourself just by staying with him. That's ridiculous.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna ask you, do you feel like your self-esteem is being affected by this?
Yes,
How long have you felt this way, this insecurity?
most of my life.
Most of your life. Was it heightened when he started cheating on you?
Yes.
Yeah. Sequoia, what do you feel? I see you rolling your eyes.
Him leaving. What are you doing? Like you're gone.
What are you
She
doing?
doesn't know
Because
where
that's the question
like,
for
where
me. You
you
say you
are.
were going 3 hours away to go to
know.
school, and then we find out you're not in school right now. So what are you doing 3 hours away?
I mean, I stay with them like certain time periods too. It's just I go back home because I be homesick a little bit and I don't feel comfortable enough around her side of the family. I'm like,
You
yeah, I
go-
stay 2 weeks out of the time like away from her, but then I come back. I stay
You-
with her for like
You've
months.
stayed there longer than 2 weeks before. You've stayed there for months at a time.
But you know your
I know,
son and
but
your
I was
girlfriend are your
working on
family,
myself.
right?
Yes, sir.
And so why do you think that you have the authority or the permission to be able to escape your life and your family and then say, well, you know what, you need to stay, you need to do there, but I get to go away? Who taught you that type of frame of mind?
I mean, I don't think of it like that. I ask her, I'd be like,
You
if
might
I-
not think of it that's what it is. And I'm saying this really honestly because I don't want to badger you right now. I don't want to beat you up or anything of that nature. Because you're a young father, and actually, I'm going to change my tone a bit because I want you to understand that there's a way for you to be a better partner, a better co-parent, and a better parent to your child. And one of the things that I know as a father is that you can't walk away just because things get hard. You can't drive away. You start that pattern now, and then when that child is 5 and really having issues at school, 10, 15, that's when they need you, and you're gonna already have conditioned yourself to feel like I can just go. I can leave 3 hours because you know what, I'm tired. You're griping, you're on my nerves, I can leave. I don't want you to start that pattern for yourself, for your co-parenting experience, or for your child. Well, the thing is, I think it's time to unlock the phone to find the truth of this matter. Because I do see a lot of toxic behaviors, and it is the reason that I have this segment of unlocking the phones is to make sure people understand you can get the answers, and once you have the answers, you can make clearer decisions. And so, you know, you asked to unlock both their phones, but I requested that all 3 of your phones be unlocked. Because that way, it's clarity in all of us. Sequoia, why are you smiling?
I'm just
Why are you smiling?
happy to be
I ain't
here.
even got to your results
I'm
yet.
just
Why are
ha-
you
I'm
over
just
there
happy to be here.
smiling?
Well, for one, because I know that I haven't done anything wrong.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we don't know that yet.
Okay, yeah, we do. I do.
Okay. Well, listen, I think that we should start with you.
2 best friends, 1 man,
We went through calls, texts, apps.
and 3 phones unlocked.
That's very suspicious.
What has her best friend been secretly doing with her man?
After hearing this, do you trust your friend?
Don't miss what happens after the truth is unlocked.
Let's have a moment. Let's
Yeah.
be real with this.
It's actually your fault because you messed around with one of her friends.
Hold on, you messed around with her friends before in the past?
One of them.
One of them. Something that alarmed me earlier is that she said that during the first 6 weeks of the birth of your child, that you left. Were you aware that she was suffering from postpartum
Yes, sir.
depression? Why do you go to your parents' house all the time?
Because I be going to school.
You're a full-time student.
Yes, sir.
Sheffer, my producer just told me actually that you're not in school right now. So you
I took a
are.
break.
So then why are you traveling? It's time to unlock the phone to find the truth of this matter. You asked to unlock both their phones, but I requested that all 3 of your phones be unlocked. Well, listen, I think that we should start with you.
Okay.
Because you brought them here, and I think it's clear, even though we had heard that you had cheated before, you said that after you found out that he cheated, your response was, I'm gonna hurt you just as much as you hurt me, which I understand. I need you to know right now that as a young woman, that behavior actually is going to hurt your self-esteem even more. Because sometimes we feel like when we hurt somebody as much as we hurt them, we don't realize that that ricochet is deep on us. And so I just want to give you that piece right there so you can live with as a young woman. But I did unlock your phone. And I want to go through your text messages, your photos, your apps, to see if there's anyone you're calling, anything you're doing. We started off with your text messages because I wanted to see if you were still talking to any guys or talking to anyone. And there were 0 text founds. We also went to your calls to see if you were calling anyone. There were 0 calls found. I went through all your apps to see if there was anything that you were doing on the phone. 0 was found.
Because I'm loyal. I will always be loyal because I love you.
I think it's important to establish that because it shows like you have been in a state right now where you are trying to handle your family. I can also tell you're still trying to handle your emotional state of being. Because I can still see there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of pain that you're experiencing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so Sheffer, I think it's important to get to your phone next. So you know that I unlocked your phone immediately because I needed to know what is happening. All right, so Sheffer, we unlocked your phone and we went through calls, texts, apps, photos, everything on your phone. When it came to calls, what we found, which was very suspicious, is that you had called Sequoia 16 times recently. Why were you calling her 16 times?
What was I doing? I can't even remember.
Okay.
I can answer that question.
Okay.
What?
That was me calling her
That
off
was
of
you
his
calling?
phone. Yes, because
Okay.
my phone is currently shut off right
Got
now.
it. Good
so.
to know. There's an explanation here. Now, but what I did
Tell me
find
what it was.
interesting is that when it came to text messages, we specifically were looking for the text message between you two. All text messages between you two have been deleted. Why
That's
were they deleted?
suspicious. That's very suspicious.
And they were deleted from the phone and the cloud because we go through both. So why were all text messages deleted?
I'll answer that. Okay, so he sometimes asks me for advice on them and her and what she's going through because she's not very open to expressing her feelings, which I get that, you know, just because you have a partner doesn't mean necessarily that you tell them everything. I understand that. So I try to give him my opinion, and if he takes my advice, cool. If he doesn't, maybe that gives him an idea how to work out their stuff.
How do you feel about the fact that they're talking about you in their text messages and yet it's being deleted? I'm not going to say what you're saying is a lie or the truth because I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I
she's
think
saying
it's suspicious that it's getting deleted because why would you delete it? But also the advice, that's okay, but why would you delete the messages?
Why would you delete the device?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, when it came to apps, I went through your phone and you installed Tinder on your phone on September 18, 2022. You then deleted it. Then you reinstalled it on 10/23/22. You deleted it. And then in December of 2022, which was just a couple weeks ago, you added it back to your phone again. Now, I'm questioning this because we also were going through the times that you would go 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
Is that noticing that you also logged into Tinder during those times when you were gone?
So why are you on Tinder?
I use Tinder for the color apps.
The
And then
color
then I
apps.
delete it, and then I
The
delete
color
it.
apps.
Not the color apps.
That
you
makes
know,
a lot
you know,
of
iPhones.
sense.
You said it like the color. I can't think of the name of it.
So you
Aesthetics.
log in when you're on a break and leaving your girl and your son for a color app?
No,
It's
not
obviously
it's
for a
like color
hookup.
got
It's
caught.
obviously for a hookup.
I tell you, I use it for the colors. I use it for the aesthetic.
You're not
I
gonna
have a
keep using
red
that
page.
attitude, right? Not
That's
the
what I
color.
do.
If I'm gonna just fall for this and
had
actually
to-
use this, I'm gonna say, then why log in?
Log in. I mean,
You've
I had to
been
log
logged
in.
in.
You
Yeah,
don't.
also log in.
You don't have to log in just to have the app for the colors.
I'm saying I log in, but yeah, but the
For what?
discovery.
Why
I
do you
guess.
log in when you're in a relationship?
Some friends.
You have friends on Tinder. Tinder's a
Tinder.
dating app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What type of
don't
friends?
use Tinder to date though.
I'm not gonna allow these women, first of all, they're smart enough, but I'm not gonna allow your lady to be manipulated by the fact that saying, I'm gonna make her believe that you download an app, use it, and then delete it just because you have friends. Because if you, every social media site that I have where I have friendships, I don't need to hide that from my partner. I don't need to download it and delete it. See, it's the behavior that is patterned and suspicious that causes issues for you.
Yep.
I think everyone here can fill in the blanks, right? Yes, okay. I want to hear that. Now, Sequoia, let's get to your phone.
Okay.
So, I unlocked your phone as well because I wanted to go through photos, calls, texts. So, when it came to photos, there was 24 calls to Sheffer's phones that were made.
Don't go away because one more phone will be unlocked.
After hearing this, do you trust your friend? Do you think that she's doing something with your man?
Don't miss what happens after the truth is unlocked.
Let's have a moment. Let's be real with this.
You are the foul. Get off my stage.
Sheffer, we unlocked your phone. You installed the dating app on September 18, 2022. You then deleted it, then you reinstalled it, you deleted it, and then a couple weeks ago, you added it back to your phone again. I think everyone here can fill in the blanks, right? Yes, okay. Well, Sequoia, let's get to your phone. When it came to photos, there was 0 photos on your phone that could be anything suspicious between you and Sheffer. Now, when it came to calls, we did see that there was 24 calls to Sheffer's phones that were made. But now, hearing this, it explains because that was from you two communicating, correct?
Yes.
All text messages with Sheffer have been deleted from your phone as well.
Yeah.
So why was there an agreement from between you two to both delete the message off the phone?
Well, I delete everything. It's kind of just a habit because I was in an off and on relationship with my ex. And so that's just why just everything's clean. Because whenever he comes around, he's crazy. We're not even together. It doesn't matter. Going through my phone. Like, you know, so I just delete everything.
Do you know your friend to always delete stuff off her phone?
Yes, her ex is very crazy. Like, she can't have anything in her phone, or he's gonna go back crazy on her.
So I want to know this. After hearing this, do you trust your friend? Do you think that she's doing something with your man?
I don't think so, but he's very suspicious about the Tinder.
Well, the thing is, the reason I ask very specific questions is because I go through patterns. I track behavior. By tracking behavior, that's where the truth, that's what unlocks the truth for me. And so if you said you know your girl to delete messages because of this man, and she did it before, it would explain your behavior of deleting messages. You deleting messages, on the other hand, is weird to me. Because if someone's giving me advice about my girl and it shows that I'm genuinely concerned, I'm going to keep the advice so that I don't have anything to hide. So when it comes to text messages, it gets a little weird on your end. Also, when you add the fact that you're on Tinder and you're trying to convince grown folk that you're only on Tinder to color block your phone, to use the color of the app to color block your phone. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yes,
Do you believe that he's doing something?
I don't know, because it's very weird about the Tinder.
Do you believe he's messing with other people?
He might be, but I don't know.
Do you think that you deserve to be in a relationship while you're a young mother with someone who leaves you?
No.
Also makes you have to question if they're doing something?
That really hurts me though, because you really think I'm really gonna cheat on you though, bro?
The Tinder is very suspicious. Why are you deleting it and then re-downloading it?
But it's crazy. It's crazy though because you say using my phone and you seen Tinder in there, and you know I don't do nothing. I don't even use
The last
Tinder.
time I knew that you had Tinder was when Sequoia sent me a screenshot when she was scrolling through Tinder and seen your profile.
See, if I was messing around, I would real quick.
Hold on, so you saw him on the app logged in?
Yes, and I was like.
And I even told you
Yes.
though, when you sent me that screenshot, I said, bro, I didn't even know I was on Tinder.
He says he
How Tinder works, I'm pretty sure
You
you have to be on it within like 48 hours or something for your profile to pop up. Listen, I know, I be swiping.
Okay.
I ain't know that.
Sheffer, because we're about to end the show in a little bit. Sheffer, could you please, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being a guest on my show. Can you please step off my stage? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay, so there's a reason that I stepped him off the stage here. Because you are a young mother who has been dealing with so much. I'm gonna tell you something. I truly, honestly, after going through the phone, don't believe your best friend is doing anything. Also, after hearing facts of the matter of the fact that you sent her screen profiles, I could see your genuine feelings. And I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I don't believe your best friend is doing anything. I think that the insecurities you have about your best friend have all been brought on from this man. I will tell you this, though. I do think that it's important for you to understand that your behavior is adding to those insecurities.
What will happen to Alicia's relationship with her best friend
I would never do something like that.
and with her child's father?
Let's have a moment. Let's
Yeah.
be real with this.
Find out next.
You really think I'm really gonna cheat on you though, bro?
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you
yes, sir.
being a guest on my show. Can you please step off my stage? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's a reason that I stepped him off the stage here. I think that the insecurities you have about your best friend have all been brought on from this man. I will tell you this, though. I do think that it's important for you to understand that your behavior is adding to those insecurities. What's making you emotional right now?
Just the fact that she would think that I would do something like that. Like me hurting you is a
But coming
hurting.
closer to your friend. He's gone.
Me hurting you is like hurting your baby. And I would never do something like that.
Well, I'm sorry, because I know now that you're not doing anything with him, that he's the one that's in the wrong. I still love you. You're still my best friend. When we get back to Arkansas, we can go do something fun.
Oh, but I need you to also recognize, even though you're having that moment of having fun with it, both of y'all are crying because there's a lot of pain that's been caused. And y'all two have been supporting each other. But the reason I asked him to leave because the support needs to change. And y'all need to be supporting each other in a new way. A new way. What I heard something is that there's two women who are both in patterns of having toxic relationships. And I know you didn't come on this show, but girl, you revealed it. You're with a man who you have to delete messages with that you keep going back to, and your friend was here listening to it and saying, you know what, yes, he's crazy, but he goes back to her. But hold on, you too. You too, girl. You too. Let's have a moment. Let's
Yeah.
be real with this. You have a man right now that literally, I just told you directly after you asked me to unlock his phone, is on Tinder, logging in and out. You have a man, yes, he's the father of your child, but he is literally leaving you and leaving your child to go 3 hours away.
Doing Lord knows what.
Where was he when the fire happened? Because I heard her say she came to the rescue. Where
She
was he?
did. He was at his parents' house.
So he was 3 hours away
Yes.
when your child was in a house that was burning.
Yes.
I need that to sink in for you. And this is not to beat him up, because I tried to give him some advice to show him how he could be a better man and be a better co-parent and to be a better father, because I believe that's a thing. But I don't believe he's in that space right now. This relationship ain't healthy. Why do you want to stay in a relationship that's not healthy?
I don't know. I guess seeing my sister raise a kid on her own, I don't want to be a single mother.
So you have fear.
Yeah.
So fear is causing you to make you feel like you need to stay.
Yeah.
That fear is keeping you trapped. So next time someone asks you why you staying with this man, don't say it's because I love him. Say it's because I'm afraid of being alone. Call a spade a spade. You just heard your best friend say she's afraid of being alone.
You're never gonna be alone. I'm there. If I can get out of mine and be done with it, you can. Honestly.
Yeah.
This is what I mean about the support. The reason I let him go is because I don't know if you're going to have the courage yet to be able to leave him. I don't know it. And I wish that I had more time to have more sessions with you where I could really get you to that place, girl. But your best friend will be there for you.
Yes.
She's going to be there for you. And you have to be a rock where you can say to her, you know what? I admit, maybe I shouldn't have texted her, because you shouldn't have. The minute she told you she felt insecure, texting has to stop. It has to stop. That's what I was talking about with the attention. It has to stop. But for you, that's where you have to say to her, you're only staying with him because you're afraid, girl. Let's work through that fear. That's what best friends have to do. Let's work through that fear. No more like, girl, no, you don't need to be with him. Girl, it's toxic. Girl, let's laugh it off. Girl, let's go have a good time. Y'all need to start doing some work. You're young, beautiful women who have the capacity to do work and who have the capacity to find the love you deserve. Can you hug your best friend? And can y'all be there for each other? Good, come on. Y'all can get there. They need each other. Because I see a lot of girlfriends like that they both in that same toxic situation, and instead of being like, girl, what are we fearing? What are we afraid of? They over here cackling about it, kicking about it, accusing each other instead of doing what real friends do, which is like, girl, build yourself up, time to go. You know what I'm saying? I had to share that with y'all. We're gonna get there with them.